Hello, lovelies. So today we are going to be doing a couple different small videos. At least I hope they're gonna be small. Don't quote on me. Um, but first one we're gonna do is user interface. Uh, so this is what you start off with. Let me explain every little thing. So this window, I don't know if you could actually really see it. Let me. There we go. Change it so you can at least see the border. So this window here is if you click on something, it's going to show up there. Like I said in the last video, this is very customizable. Um, I like to have mine like kind of in the middle here. You know, I could click on myself, you know, and it'll show all that. Pretty simple, right? Okay, this one here, let's see if we can get it down here where you can actually see it, is like the road bonus because I'm sleeping on a road. Go figure. Um, this is your stat window, whatever you get hit with, whatever buffs you have on yourself. You know, pretty explanatory. Oh my god. Yeah, that word. Um, and I'm just going to set this up here for right now. Okay, this one here is your pretty much your action buttons. Now you have two on a lot of these. You have simple and extended. So extended actually tells you what they mean. Um, simple is just the icons. So I'm gonna leave it on extended for right now. Okay, this one here is your school, your levels. You know how much of your weight you have on. And we'll get into that. I leave that one up there. Okay, this and again, boundaries, dude, boundaries. Okay, this one here is your quest window. If you're doing quests, they'll show up here. This is not a quest log. This is just your active quests. I like to have it over here, and you could actually make that smaller. This one here, and again, boundary, so we can see what we're doing. This one here is like say you're fighting with a creature. All that will show up here. Um, okay, and then chat is a little bit different. We'll get into that in a minute. This is your hotbar. And you'll notice it starts off like this. Okay, hotbars are pretty cool because there's actually 20 different hotbars. Just don't do like me and actually remember to switch it to the next hotbar. You could do vertical or horizontal. I like to do horizontal. Actually, let's uh, move to let's move to upper left. And we'll scoot that out a little bit. Okay, that works better. Yeah. Okay. Properties. Show border. Show title. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Okay. Like I said, okay, so you can show titles, show border. You can make the background completely invisible. But I like to keep it a little bit. Border. Um, I guess that really doesn't count when you have show border. There we go. You could auto hide on. Um, see, it'll just automatically hide it. Pretty cool little feature. I don't like to do that with the chat. Alright, now back into this one here. You're gonna need, okay, for dragons, I don't know if it's changing. Actually, I'm gonna have to do that simple mode, damn it. Okay. Put that over here. So, for dragons, you could do new hotbar key. Remember, switch it to 2. I like to have 5 down here, and I'll tell you in a second. It does take up a lot of room on your HUD though. So, okay, let's move these down a little. Line them up. Try to line them up. They kind of lock into place, but then they kind of don't. Yeah, these ones I get kind of nitpicky about because, I'm just that kind of person. Okay, make sure you got 1 through 5. Go ahead and add a new hotbar so we could have one to start with over here. So, a few things I'm going to do is properties. I'm going to totally make the border and the background invisible. And then I'm going to go simple mode. It just kind of neatens it up a little bit. Makes it look nice. And then simple. You could lock these, but one thing I found about locking them um, is you can't edit your hotbar afterwards. Um, like if you put a spell on there and you wanted to change it later, you couldn't do it. You'd have to go through, unlock it, and then do it, and then relock it. Which, I mean, for the most part, yeah, you could do it, but it's just going to be extra steps you really don't need to take. Alright. Crazy. Crazy music in the background there. Okay. So, that's going to be my action bars. This one here. Okay, that was 5. Let's move that to 6 so we have a new hotbar. I'm going to put this over here. Properties. Erase that. Okay, actually, before I go, okay, for right now, I'm just going to do 4 more. 7. 8. And this way I have all my crafting set up. 9. And then 10. Okay. Actually, we could bring this down to here. Yeah, let's bring it down here. Alright. Whoops. Okay, let's do properties. Properties. Make sure they're all set up properly. And you'll see everything while I'm doing this here in a minute. So, okay. Go simple mode. Simple. Okay. Now, your map, like I said, everything's movable. It used to be you could put it on window. I don't know if you still can. I'm really just not interested in doing that. Um, so I said I wasn't gonna make a new character. Well, I ended up having to last night or this morning because I realized my UI, my user interface was not set up uh, with the default. So I wanted to show you guys this. Okay, there's a few other little things that we can add real quick. So first one is your inventory. Yes, I know how to do all this. So we're gonna shrink that down. Put that over here. Okay. Stretch it out so it fits. Alright. And now we're going to properties. Lock it. And we're going to tone it down a little bit. Not much. Okay. On your inventory, you have equipment window, which shows your scales, your claw, cargo disc, backpack, your companion, and your hoard. You have your open cargo disc, which I don't have one. Companion inventory, I don't have one. Open companion list, which I don't have one. Starting out. And this one here is toggle wallet, which as you can see, we are flat broke. We ain't got nothing. That will change in a second. Okay, a couple other little things. You could do, okay, character. Yes, I know how to do this. So this is your character screen. Right now, it says bind location, which is right here. Okay, you're automatically bound to that. We'll get into that later. Has your stats, your dragon school. This is your adventure school, and your craft. But it also has your horde, which this is new, and I love this. But the more horde you have, the armor bonus and breath damage bonus goes up. So, and it's actually leveled. So horde level right now is 0. Okay, training points. Okay, I don't want to get into this too much, but this is going to be a big thing. Tooth of Claw and Strength are going to be for if you're a fighter. Primal and Power are going to be for if you want to do the magic route. So just keep an eye on that. Every level you get more training points, so keep an eye on that. Schools, currently I have Dragon and Artisan. That's my adventure. That's my craft school. There's 3 craft schools for dragons. Artisan, Lair Shaper, and Crystal Shaper. So, unless I change the name of those. Okay, skills. It shows you your skills. These are your current, base, craft. These will come in more in handy when you're crafting stuff later on, because you'll have to have a certain current um, stat or level to be able to do something. Abilities. Okay, now this is where the abilities come in. So we have, right now, just starting off, we have Bite and Breath of Fire. Okay. Your combat stances, I just stay with Conquer. So this is going to be my main fighting bar. This second one here is going to be my buffs. Okay, that's mainly for different trade skills. Okay, a lot of these are passive, you're not going to need. Okay, craft. Alright, this is why we had this over here. So, I like to set mine up kind of lumped together like they're supposed to be. I mean, like in schools, I should say like they're supposed to be. So I have mining, smelting, and then I'm going to do quarrying, I can't talk, stoneworking, gemworking. No, no, wrong one. Okay. Um, where is it? My brain is okay. Essence harvesting, essence shaping, and spellcraft. And then I'm gonna do dragon scalecraft. Then the last one is going to be transmutation. That lets you do stuff that, like, some of the stuff that the bipeds could actually, do. So that's actually something. Sprint, we definitely want that. Titles, I don't have any. Cosmetics, I don't have any. Statistics, this shows you. Okay, Marshall, this is all your physical, magical. So, um, okay, right now I'm gonna go. Okay, and I still have 2 points left. So I'm gonna put 2 in health. There we go. Now, as you can see, it brought up. There's my 2 health points. Brought that up 1. Brought that one up quite a bit. I don't know why, but so to give you a little bit more idea on the UI, I'm kind of going through it a little bit of everything you're gonna need. Um, Now, if you want to, you could put a camera thing. You know, zoom in, zoom out, left, right, up, down, first person, and screen capture. So, I mean, that's actually something that would probably be very good for someone that wants to get started on just learning the controls. Other than that, if you're not using that, it's actually your number pad. 5 is your lock camera, unlock. Um, 4 is going that way, 6 is going that way, 8 is down, yeah, so, and then 0 just returns it to where it was. Scroll wheel, in and out. Okay, so one thing I like to do, I like to go to, um, I don't know what, see, some of these I have to go through, like companions weren't in last time I played. Compass, we have one already. Effects, that's what this is. Group, guild, group you can put, did it pop up with anything? Oh, there we go. This could be like your parties. You could add people to your party, um, if you wanted to. Properties. Oops, nope, 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 nope. There we go. Yeah, so I just auto hide that one. Um, Community, companion, equipment groups, guild. We do have guilds in here. Inventory, knowledge. Okay, knowledge. That's another one I need to go through, which it has tutorials on everything. This is when you start doing your quests. They're gonna start giving you formulas, and you're gonna right click them and scribe them, and that's where these are gonna go. Spells will go here. Techniques will go here. This is gonna be like your main crafting, which I could go through and do just a tutorial. Uh, but I'll probably do that on a separate video because this one's already at 20 minutes. Okay, hotkeys. Yeah, I didn't want to do that. Don't do that one. Map, mini map, monsters, news, notepad. I don't know what that's for. I don't ever. Player list, player search, quest, quest tracker, shopping list. That's no. Huh, that's kind of cool. I don't think I've ever used that, honestly. Status, you already have. Target, you already have. Training. Okay, that's this here. Same thing we just did. Um, Vault, um, we're too far away to mess with it. There's actually vault keepers in every town. And then wallet, it says view all currencies. So I think they might have added more currencies. I don't know. We have our Mythor coins, gold coins, silver, and copper right here. It'll keep track of that. I don't know why we have a wallet. So, okay, options. Really, you could change a lot of these. I do usually end up muting all this, and since um, I'm gonna be recording, I figure I might want to do that. Okay, camera, rotation, smoothing. I don't know. Um, yeah, I hate that. That death camera. When you die, your camera will just start slowly spinning around you. Uh, your mouse sensitivity. Uh, there you go. Let's see. Advanced selection, which is that green bar. You could change it to, yeah. So, translucent. I mean, you could change it to other things. Single overhead pointer. That's kind of cool. Uh, ring of light. Oops. Gotta hit apply and then that. Yeah, that's what is default. I'm not gonna go through each of these because if you're a gamer, you know what most of them are. And if you hover over them, it'll tell you. The one I want to do, if I can find it, theme right here. Wait, let's go ahead and hit apply. So, theme. Sapphire. Now you notice everything changed. I'm going to go, let's see, what does lava look like? It's probably red. Yeah, it's all red. Ice. More of a blue-gray. Garnet. There you go. Another red. Emerald. A lot of green. um, and then amethyst, which is the one I like. I do amethyst. Okay. So it's kind of a, it's a purplish red. Kind of reminds me of burgundy, not so much amethyst, but okay. Now your craft window. A few things is your tabs will flash if anybody talks, but you're not gonna see it unless it's the background's kind of invisible. Um, so I think there's a way. Okay, browse player chat. channels. These are um, just channels that the game actually comes up with, and then like Death Point Collector, Scarlet Dawn, Casual Heroes. Those are probably all guilds. Um, Chat settings. I wouldn't mess with this because it looks like they got it set up pretty good. Uh, Property, same thing. So I think that's pretty much it on the UI. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this recording, and I will see you on the next one, which is where we will go through the tutorial and maybe some of the new Christmas um, quests, and we'll get you going. So I will talk to you later. See you next time.